Hello everyone, this is Justin Kreps from Kreps Service Station in Spring Mills, Pennsylvania, and we would like to welcome you to Kreps University. Kreps University is a new series that we're doing, mainly maintenance videos, so let's go ahead and jump into the very first thing we're going to do. We have a HiSun Sector 750 that we're going to do an oil change on today, and the 550, 750, exact same thing, you do it the exact same way. So let's go ahead and check out the tools we're going to be using. Okay, now we're going to go over some of the tools that we're going to use today. First off, I personally use a zigzag type funnel. I find it just easier to get it in, get the oil in, the whole 9 yards there. We have the oil filter socket. This oil filter socket, I get it from the Snap-on guide. It's a Blue Point socket. The part number is OFC 68-14. The 68-14 means it's a 68 millimeter socket by 14 flutes, and the flutes are the flat spots. Here we have the oil filter, and then there's the part number. That's the HiSun part number for the oil filter. And very importantly, we're going to talk about oil also for a minute. We exclusively use Bel-Ray, this synthetic blend oil. The Western Power Sports part number is 840-1612. And what's really important for these sectors, both the 550, 750, both the same, they have wet clutches. You must use a wet clutch safe oil. And when you look at your oil, so if you're not going to use this Bel-Ray, and when you look at your oil and you see this JASO, the JASO MA2, that means wet clutch safe. So you can use JASO, but the JASO MA2 is like the latest, greatest stuff. And then that's your rating, the SN rating. So we use the SN rated JASO MA2. Bel-Ray meets all the specifications for what these HiSuns need. So very, very important here. And we've got our ratchet in a 19 millimeter. Now, if you have an older sector or Cub Cadet Challenger with the 550, 750, 500, 700, it is possible that you have an 18.5. The part number for this is TSR1250, and this particular one's a flip socket. So if you put your 19, if you have an older sector and you put your socket on and it's just a little bit loose, like the 18 won't fit, the 19's a little bit loose, you have the 18.5 and you need to get this socket or you're gonna round off your edges. Now, if you do round off your edges, you can always upgrade to the 19 millimeter and then not have to use this. And then we've got another ratchet and extension here for the filter socket. So let's go ahead and drain the oil. Okay, our drain plug is right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take the drain plug out. Now mind you, behind that drain plug, there's a spring and there's also a screen. So we wanna make sure we catch those on the way out. So let's go ahead and take this out. Okay. We want to take a look at the screen and at the drain plug. We want to make sure there's no debris or anything in here. And this one actually looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to clean the spring, the strainer, and the drain plug. So I just take a little pick and I typically will get in here and pull out the O-ring. So I have that out. And I'm just cleaning everything up right now, getting it ready to go back in. Now when I go back together with it, I always grease the O-ring. I also like to get some grease on the threads also. Okay, now the drain plug is ready to be reinstalled. Okay, now we're gonna do the oil filter, which is right here. And sometimes this ground wire can be in the way. They might have it turned. Don't be afraid to grab an 8mm and loosen this up, push it out of the way, and then retighten it. So we're gonna go ahead and put the filter socket on. Out. Some rags right here to catch some of the oil. And we're just going to clean up our mess. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and prep the new oil filter. So we're going to go ahead and what's called priming the filter. And when we prime the filter, we're going to pour some oil in it. And we want to make sure we get some oil on the O-ring. And then I'll typically let that set for a minute or two, let the filter absorb the oil. And then I will pour the excess back into the bottle. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall the new filter. And we'll go ahead and get that torqued up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reinstall the drain plug. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove the dipstick. And install the funnel. And go ahead and bring it up here and take a look. And now normally when I'm doing an oil change, I take the dipstick and right where the seat pops in, that's just a really good place to put it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and check the oil. And when you check it, you screw it the whole way in. We're going to bring it out, and we want it right there. And it looks perfect. So let's go ahead and reinstall. Thank you so much for watching the video today. This video was the first of many to come from Kreps University. You could always visit our website, www.krepsservicestation.com, and click on the Kreps University tab. If you would like to purchase anything that you saw in the video today, oil, filter, filter socket, or if you just need parts for your unit, you can always head to the website, get our contact info, and we'll be more than happy to ship it out to you. And again, thank you so much for watching the video today.